Welcome to Dining for Women's February Google Hangout. I have two guests with me today. First, I have Catherine Hefner, who is the Web Content Manager for Dining for Women. Hi,
Hi.
Catherine.
Hi.
Next, it is my distinct pleasure to introduce Medhavini from the program Vacha. I had the pleasure of meeting Medhavini and the beneficiaries of the Dining for Women grant when I was traveling in India this past month in December. So, hi, Medhavini.
Hello.
Vacha is a program that was started several years ago, and the main mission of Vacha is to equip marginalized girls with the skills that they need to become active leaders in their community and affect community change. Medhavini is joining us from Mumbai, where it is late evening, and so while we chat, you will probably hear the soundtrack of the city of Mumbai in the background. Welcome, Medhavini, and can you go ahead and explain what the Dining for Women grant will be doing?
Thank you, Veena, for introducing me and also the sounds of Mumbai to everybody back there. And let me talk a little about what Vacha is and what we do in here. Vacha is a charitable trust which started long back. We recently completed 25 years, and we work with marginalized girls, especially adolescent girls, living in slums, but what we like to call them as bastis, as neighborhoods, poor neighborhoods of Mumbai. Vacha is a word in several Indian languages which means speech, articulation, or self expression. And our mission is to focus on issues of women and girls through educational programs, resource creation, research, training, campaigns, networking, and advocacy. Uh, as I said before, we started in 1987 as a resource center for women's group in Mumbai, and in 1990 registered ourselves as a trust. From 1995, we started working with special focus on underprivileged adolescent girls and boys to impart education and life skills and create opportunities for them. In 2008, we started community development initiatives at two intervention centers. But today, in 2015, these centers have extended to 17 different communities in Mumbai, Thane, and Valsad district. In future, we want to expand to many more. Dining for Women is going to support us to run two centers under the project Urja. This project imparts knowledge, exposure, and skills to girls in the age group of 10 to 18 years by creating safe spaces in their own communities, poor neighborhoods. This is because there are so many safety concerns around adolescent girls that their parents normally do not allow them to access these learning places or opportunities away from their home. So we have created these spaces which are very close to their homes and are allowed and looked at as safe places by parents. Girls come here and learn 21st century skills such as English, computer, photography, and communication and negotiation skills. They participate in civic life through public speaking and production of newsletters, posters, and leaflets. What is innovative in our program is that the interventions are customized for adolescent girls without bracketing them as children or young women. It creates safe spaces of learning within the girls' communities. Many a times, boys in the communities have their own centers like a gaming zone or a place where they come together to chit chat at a corner of a community. For girls, there is no such space where they can just come together and hang out. Once they enroll with Vacha, what really happens is they have 3 sessions per week on English, computers, and general studies, which includes things like map reading, understanding dictionary use, or reading newspapers and discussing current issues from there. There are 5 to 6 special workshops, including health and sex education, um, creative writing, or public speaking, or use of theater to bring in confidence in them. Two exposure visits to area resources like a police station or a railway station or a hospital is organized for them. There is mobile library so that their reality expand, they read more things, they become more knowledgeable. They also gain skills in using technological things because it gives them a confidence, and other than Vacha they will not have opportunity to access computers, photography or internet, which again is looked at as something empowering by adolescents, so they learn all these techniques in Vacha. Girls also become active members and facilitate action on issues in their community. To give you an example, in one of the communities, girls have taken up stand and worked with the local elected council member to ensure that the public toilets are safer for girls. There is better patrolling by police in front of these toilets because mostly these girls live in very small homes and their toilets are out and also become a space where they are constantly harassed. Girls have taken up many more such incidences, and the work that Dining for Women is going to support now is going to support two centers where we are going to reach out to around 100 girls to empower them to gain 21st century skills to become active citizens in their own surroundings. Thank you.
Thank you, Medavini, for such a wonderful presentation. I do remember meeting these girls who are our future beneficiaries of the Dining for Women grant. But for our viewers, can you describe, generally speaking, what the background of these girls are?
Of course, yes. Almost all these girls are the first generation learners, and their parents have migrated from different parts of India to Mumbai in search of job, in search of livelihood, in search of dignity and supporting their families. Most of these parents belong to socio-economically marginalized sections. They might be Muslims, they might come from what is called as SC and ST, scheduled caste and scheduled tribes, which are the backward minority and backward society elements in India. Mostly they do not have own any land, so they have to depend on whichever skills they have. Mostly these parents work as drivers, as vegetable vendors, sitting on streets and selling things off cart, and do not have a regular monthly income. If they are from the Hindi belt, their mothers are not allowed to go out and work, which means one single person's three-digit salary is supporting 7 to 8 members. And they're really, really living in small homes, maybe 10 by 12 feet tenement, which is occupied by 5 to 7 people. Mostly these girls are the first generation girl learners in their community and their homes. With Vacha's support till now, we have ensured that these girls have ensured that they are not, dropping out of education, which is the percentage in India is very high. If say 100 girls enroll in class 1, the first standard, only 5 of them reach class 7 and maybe one reaches graduation. But girls who are enrolled in Vacha at least ensure that they have completed class 12 years of education. And as we all know, child marriage is an extremely rampant issue in India. And all these girls have the threat of getting married very early and becoming early mothers, and also becoming victims of a lot of domestic violence as young brides. But with Vacha's support and intervention and the kind of knowledge that they gain and social capital that through their learned peers that they gain, they ensure that they're not married before the age of 18. But that's the kind of group we are talking about when we talk about Vacha girls.
Yeah, it was a delight to meet them, and I can see how hard Vacha is working to recruit girls into the program. Can you give us an example from some of your past programs of how you have empowered these girls to advocate for their own rights?
Of course, yes. Vacha, as I gave an example of girls working with the local elected municipal corporator to get their public toilets become more safe by increasing police patrolling. Girls always come out with newsletters, which is twice in a year. And these are the newsletters because they learn computers in Vacha. They type out their own content. They interview the local people on issues that they are facing. They go door to door with these newsletters. They sell them. And they ask people what they feel about these issues and request them to take action. In one of the communities, our girls have ensured that the local corporator, the elected corporator, ensured that the local garbage is picked up. What generally we see is garbage is picked up from the main streets, but nobody ventures these poor neighborhoods because saying they're anyway poor. But these girls ensured that weekly the government van was coming to their locality to clean their area. So it's not very self-centric, but whenever they're getting skills and knowledge, they're using it a definitely to negotiate for their better future and development, but they're also negotiating for community sanitation, health, rationing rights. Girls have ensured that their mothers form supportive groups to work as watchdogs over the local ration shops, which is subsidized food supplying agency through government. So girls have formed groups to ensure that proper quantities are reaching homes. Because when enough food comes home, that means girls and women in that family are going to get enough food on their plate. So they have been working on these issues as well in the past.
You have described to us some of the programs that Vacha has done in the past, and you have also defined what the Dining for Women grant will support. But I would like you to dream for us and tell us what are Vacha's plans way into the future.
Oh yeah, our plans are big, and we would definitely like to change the world. Nevertheless, why not? But one thing at a time. So my dream is to ensure that all these girls with whom I'm working are able to stand up for themselves and dream, and just ensure that they're not losing out to the difficulties in life. We are looking at expanding our work to more centers for sure, and we are also looking at having a permanent training center where we can also give more life skill based job readiness kind of courses to girls. So that's our immediate plan from here on. I mean, next going from where we are, because a lot of girls are now negotiating for going out for job. Now that they have education, now that they have skills, but because they do not have job culture in their families, we need to train them on that as well. So that's my dream for the girls and for Vacha.
Okay. Medhavini, it was a pleasure to meet you in December and to meet the future beneficiaries of the Dining for Women grant. I thoroughly enjoyed my visit. Dining for Women would like to wish you the very best for the future of this grant, and we look forward to hearing from you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Veena, so much. And I cannot express you how grateful we are at Vacha and how thankful we are to all of your members for deciding to support Vacha. And I'm sure the girls will really, really benefit from this support. So thank you so much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.